guess probably should feed and water them outside.
Probably. I smell like a cat.
Huh?
I smell like a cat.
Tomcat. Oof.
Smell it? Hello. Not you. Not that though. Look at you guys, outside chickens. About time. Not all of them.
No.
Hello. Hi, babies. Oh, big mean boy. Hello. 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 Gonna get shot. First. That's not yours. That's yours. Good boy. Oops. Here you go, Viggy. Here you go, sweet girl. Whoa! I have no cookies. Oh, I have no cookies. Oh, I love me. You don't know what to do, do you? Hi. Let me turn the lights up. Definitely lower more than there. I guess we could just set them out since they'll be out and wait for it.
Yeah.
And we'll just put some water here. We'll put your water here. What you got going on is showing everybody the shell. Puffy. You're Puffy. Hello. Have those babies. Have those babies. You're so cute. Hi. You got something to say, Simon? No, now you're shy. Nothing? Okay. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to Sumner Acre. My name's Mackenzie. You can call me Mac. And that's Leroy screeching because he can't see us. He could care less about the other goats. Okay. Hold on. Alright, I came to say hello, even though all you want to do is bite me and headbutt me. So, we really expected to have some babies over the weekend, but it was really, really cold. Luckily, we have a really, really, really nice week ahead of us with warmth. It's gonna feel quite warm this week, so I feel like maybe they could have been holding off for warmer temps. Fingers crossed. It'd be a really great week to be able to have them. Did I never turned off. But they're all ready and bedded down, and we have extra straw just in case. Leroy, hush up, buddy. Like, you could care less about the girls and Ernie. It's just when we get out of sight, and it's just because he wants to pinch our fingers. Hi, Simon. But today I'm going to take you guys with us throughout the day, next couple days. We did have to do something really sad yesterday, and I'll take you with me later once Leroy settles down to where you can actually hear me. But here, look at this. Those two. Ooh, bonk. You're annoying. Yeah, get him, Simon. Get him. You gonna get the zoomies? Yeah. Crazies. Run! Boop, 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 boop. You stink, bud. So do you. You really stink. You know he's not your girlfriend, right, Simon? So Simon is our friend's buck. He's just here to be friends with Leroy, so all of us can have better breeding schedules. And then whenever we get Scooby, he'll be Scooby's friend. We'll see. Hopefully we get some girls out of Leroy. If not, I'd be tempted to keep him for one more breeding, so then we could keep some girls and be able to breed them to Scooby, but we'll see. But I think the horses are done, and I'm just going to be coming out and checking during the day, since it's going to be nice, and I'm just letting the goats out to roam. The goats as in Sage, Fern, and Ernie. Sage, in the nighttime, she's so uncomfortable. She's grunting, groaning while laying down. She's very much over it. I would not be surprised if she has 3 babies in there. She's huge, but she started off pretty big. And I really don't see a bunch, like a movement. Gerald, what are you doing, you crazy chicken? Finally, we have chickens coming out. They're not a fan of the snow on their feet. Okay. We're just going to lose his mind. Cue the screaming. Hi. What are you guys doing? Are you tunneling? Yeah. Are you tunneling? What do you think, Goings? You're like, I'm the king of the world. You say, gee, you're very much over being pregnant, huh? Yeah. Look at that belly. Look at that belly. You got a wide belly. Yeah, she doesn't want me checking ligaments. But I've noticed the girls, they like to tunnel later they get in pregnancy, which is interesting. I don't know if that's nesting. I don't know. Are we all done, miss? Are we all done, princess? Oh, hello. Hello. Boop. Alright. Goodbye. Yikes, that is all ice. Hello. This is all ice too. Hi, Toodles. Look at that face. You goober. Yeah, food sickles. Oh my goodness. Look at that face. So I think I'm gonna go out, check the goats. It's been a little bit since we let them out. And I'm gonna take some animal crackers and horse muffins out. Give everybody their treats for the day and make sure nobody's trying to have babies. I don't think so right now. Fingers crossed, maybe later. Oops. Hello. 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 Oh boy. It's like you know. It's like you know. Here you go. Jeez Louise. You guys are a bunch of cookie monsters. You guys are a bunch of cookie monsters. Here you go. No, it's for Ernie. Ow, that was my finger. Be nice. Oh my goodness, that Sage. This cookie broke. Where are you from? You hiding? Yes. Be nice, Sagey. A little extra one so you give us a baby soon. Okay, last ones. Last ones. Sage. Last one for me. Okay, all gone. All gone. Jeez, your butthole. Ernie. Goodness. Your eyes are so gunky. Quit it. You're jealous. You're jealous. Yeah, you're jealous. Gooper. So she's definitely getting an... It's snowing and it's Ernie's dandruff. His zinc's getting better. But Sage's definitely getting an udder. For sure. Ern's done had an udder. For sure. Yes, you're so friendly. Hello. Hello. Excuse me. Knock knock. Come out. Eviction notice. Hello. I'm coming to say hello. Madam. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hello. I'm going to sit on you. Here. Here you go. Good boy. Good boy. Been trying to get him used to me hanging out on him. Hi, good boy. Hi, good boy. Good boy. Springtime's gonna be fun. Right, buddy? Could care less, huh? Yeah. Could care less. I feel like you want to get up. Yummy rubby belly. I think you're going to be a really cool horse, buddy. Hmm? I think you're going to be a cool horse. Right, bud? Hmm? Let's fall asleep. You, of course. You're a good girl. You smile? No. You don't want to smile. You don't want to smile. Grumpy. Are you grumpy? Oh. I'll take it. I'll take it. I was getting jealous. Ow, that was my finger. Really? Thanks. So, we had this chicken for, I don't even know, quite a few months. We called her garage chicken, and she was, I think she had like some kind of sickness or something, and she got over it, but then she was the lowest part of the pecking order, and ultimately they were really beating up on her. And so there was one night, it was like raining, and I found her outside, and so I went and put her in the chick brooder that was empty, and she had been there ever since. We would let her out, and she would walk up to us in the evening to be put up, and so we called her garage chicken. And yesterday we had to make a really hard decision. We had to cull her, unfortunately, and it feels stupid, but it's not, because it just goes to show that the people who say that us homesteaders and stuff that, you know, raise our own meat and stuff like that, that we don't care about our animals. Not true. But we're able to kind of compartmentalize some things, especially when it comes to raising our meat. Say like when we had meat chickens, I was able to know that when it was their time, they were going to feed us, so it was easier. But yesterday, when it was time for garage chicken, I was holding her and I just broke down in tears for a good 5 minutes, and didn't expect that from myself, to be honest. I'm pretty numb to death. I plan on doing a sit down video at some point. I'm creating a little podcast, like sit down video series called Coffee at the Stanchion. And so with that, I do plan on talking about farm loss and crop loss and just everyday farm life, one sip at a time. No, and it's just going to be kind of a really laid back thing, you know. Out here, I will have a microphone, but you'll still hear the goats in the background and just, you know, make it sound like farms happening in the back. But I feel like it'd be kind of a cool concept, but I'm going to be talking about that. I'm working on talking points for how AI is affecting homesteading, and also one of what they don't tell you about homesteading, and those might intertwine. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, it was really hard yesterday. I was kind of funky after the fact to say goodbye to garage chicken. it just kind of feels like I failed her. But there was nothing I could do. It was the most humane thing because chickens aren't meant to be alone. And she wasn't necessarily like 100%. So yeah, just kind of a hard one. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see, the chickens, or at least one. Hi, Leroy. Venturing out. They like to lay eggs here. There are 2 eggs and 1 broken one in there. Looks like a Gerald egg. So there's Gerald egg in there. And then they like to lay in the goat house. Let's see if I see anything. I saw Gerald in here on the camera. Not in Fern's side. They mostly like to lay. Hi, Simon. Over here. No eggs. They'll lay over there typically. Simon's on one this morning. Goodness. Yeah. You're on one, sir. Hello. You both stink like pee. Disgusting. You smell real bad. Yeah. You just want to bite me. You're not very friendly. Yeah. And you're almost out of water. Okay. I will get you water. So this is one of the reasons we decided to. It was time. I needed my gym put back together, but also I needed the space. My husband got this for free, and it works. But I want to make sure it's still... Oh, water's still frozen. Nice. Wonderful. We have a smaller deep freeze out here, and we have a bigger one in the kitchen. That's going to be real handy, especially if we do get into meat rabbits. If you can comment if you have had rabbit. I've had it. My husband has it. Tell me what meat rabbit tastes like so my husband can read it so I can help persuade. I'm going to see if I can find someone we could buy one to butcher so Shelby can try it, because I really like the I would prefer to do rabbits over meat chickens because, you know, it's a constant stream, and then you just every once in a while, once they get a little too old, then you switch them out, versus, you know, the Cornish cross. Yeah, you get a lot of meat, but you can't breed them, or it's really hard to. So, it still smells like a brooder in here, so I'm going to leave. Hello, welcome to my office. It's officially the 3rd. It's Tuesday. I just got done eating my lunch. I've been I just don't eat very much. But my thing lately is these little cuties. I love them. So this morning when we let Fern out, I noticed that she had quite a bit of like kind of a mucus plug, and I got like hormonal acne going on. Ugh. Yeah, so, and like it really seems like she keeps sinking and all that stuff. So it'll be interesting to see by the end of this vlog if she goes into labor. And then my plan for the goats is I want to have a designated birth video for each girl. Fingers crossed, sprinkling the baby dust, hopefully, and sprinkling the baby dust that we have some doelings, because I really want to get rid of Leroy. At first he was a very sweet boy, but it's just sometimes temperaments change, especially in bucks. Our friend Simon, he's a very well-behaved buck. He doesn't get in your space. He's very respectful, and that's what we're looking for in a buck. And so I am hoping that when we go get Scooby is going to be a very good boy, and he's going to be young enough. He's going to be freshly weaned when we get him, So I feel like we're going to have plenty of time to really interact with him versus Leroy. He was basically 8 months old versus the 8 weeks. So he was pretty set in his ways, and yeah, we'll see. It's a shame, but if we don't have any doelings, I couldn't imagine that we wouldn't have any, but you never know. It's things. If we don't have any, then we will probably keep Leroy for another season, so we can for sure be able to breed to Scooby, because we don't want to be, you know, doing some weird stuff. And then we will see about selling Leroy, like at an auction or something like that. I'm really hoping it'll work out, and I'm really hoping that Fern will go into labor today, because I am tired. I set an alarm. I go to bed around, I don't know what that flash was, 10-ish. Then I have an alarm set at midnight. I have an alarm set at 2 a.m. and I wake up at 4:50. But depending on how she's acting, I may set one for 1, 2, and 4, depending on how she's acting. And for the past week, she's been really lots of ups and downs. She'll stand on top of her food dish in her room. Since she likes to elevate, I leave her food dish in there and I flip it over so she can stand on it. And she really likes to keep her front half elevated. If you see me looking up, I'm watching the camera. I don't see her. I just see a bunch of chickens running around. And lots of baby movements within the last few days. And haven't seen a ton, and that doesn't mean anything bad. It just means they're low. And I haven't really seen a lot of baby movements in Sage, but Sage is very much a bigger goat versus Fern. Sage has always been bigger. She's always been significantly bigger bodied than Fern. Fern has always been very lean, but I definitely think that, I don't know what these dogs are doing. I think Sage for sure has probably 3 in there, because she has gotten big very fast. And when we did have them ultrasounded, the vet, all she said was, yeah, there's multiple. And Fern, she just confirmed pregnancy, and you could for sure see like cells, but that was early enough that, you know, they could have absorbed and stuff like that. So I'll be interested to see what happens. I think I talked in the last one, but we have little baby guesses in here, and so my husband and I wrote them down. So I'm looking forward to these goats being done. So you'll have to stay tuned to a vlog after the babies so we could see if we're actually right, because we guessed how many for each girl, the genders of the babies, and color patterns, and we'll see if we're right or not. I'm very intrigued to see how it works with genetics. I'll kind of talk on it here. So Sage, our white goat, her mom looks like Leroy. She was a red dapple, and the buck that covered them was either a white Savannah or a red dapple buck, but he wasn't like incredibly flashy. So the way Sage looks, it's going to be the Savannah, but when you really look closely to Sage's coloring, there are little red hairs throughout her body. And also something about that Savannah buck, he does carry moon spots, but they're not your typical like grayish colors. They're more of like a cream colored moon spot, and I do see some on Sage, but they're very faint, very small. So I'll be interesting to see, I'll be interested to see what comes out of Sage with Leroy covering her, and I don't know his lineage at all. And then as for Fern, her mom looked exactly like her, just a standard black and white. I think she had little black booties because her name was Boots. And the dad I'm gonna take a wild guess that he was the boar buck, because Fern really looks like a good, like has that boar face. Sage has a kind of a savannah looking face. And so I'm thinking there's a chance she could toss a dapple in there, and of course we have a red dapple in there, and you know, I would love an all black baby, but I don't know how possible that is. Genetics are so cool, and I wish I paid more attention in science in high school. I guess I'll keep you guys updated. I'm currently filming up there is my sourdough starter, so I'm filming a series, well, a full video, taking it from dehydrated to a loaf of bread. And so that'll be out soon, and then we're going to be starting a sourdough series. But we'll be mixing stuff up in the living room on my card table, since I have one now, since the angles in my kitchen are awful. So I'm in the mind frame of thinking about garden plants. And tell me what you think, because I think we're going to go small raised beds instead of just in ground. I think it's going to be easier to manage, and this is my idea, so let me know what you think. So we have these live edge lumber pieces that we've gotten that we were going to use for firewood. Like I was just had these scraps, and so I was kind of thinking we could make raised beds out of some of these, and maybe, I don't know, see if we can get our hands on some more, or use these big crates and break them down into raised beds. Because this is just back here in the backyard because we never moved it, but this is what we used for raised beds. These are just hospital cart, like laundry carts. They had a little spring thing in the middle, and we cut them in half, took the wheels off, and we were using them. But the bad thing is they're fiberglass. I'm really sensitive to fiberglass, and we're gonna paint them. We're still gonna use them because we're gonna have 2 different gardens we're gonna be managing this year. So stay tuned for that mapping video. But no babies as of yet. There's still time. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, stay tuned for lots more content from us. Follow us on social media and let me know your thoughts. And if you do or had raised rabbits for meat, let me know in the comments what it tastes like, so I can tell my husband. I think it tastes like chicken, maybe like a dark meat chicken sometimes, depends. But yeah, and also let him know what goat tastes like. I love goat. I find it delicious. And, you know, he just thinks I'm trying to get more animals.